Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a beverage of your choice. Because today, I am going to be doing a review of IronHeart, this series. I just got done watching episodes 4 through 6. Watched the first 3 the last week, and then did 4 through 6 today, and just gave myself a few minutes to try and put some thoughts together, and I thought I'd just let you know what I think. I've never read the comics, and I did not see Wakanda Forever, so I can't. But let me just so this takes place after the events of Wakanda Forever, and because she built a suit in Wakanda Forever, used it because she's the reason why they came in conflict with Namor and all that stuff. Namor in the movie, and got the suit taken away. So now she is back in Chicago. She is at, I think it was MIT, where she is working. She has some sort of a grant to do some, project on, whatever. But the problem with that is that she is not working on what she's supposed to be doing. She's concentrating on building a new suit for herself, and she's doing it because she can. And since she's sort of not supposed to be working on this, she has to try and get money some ways to do it, because she can't build the suit without money. So she's resorting to cheating. Not necessarily, she's like writing other term papers for other people, and doing all this other stuff, which is basically bad. There's plagiarism issues and all this stuff, and she's already gotten in trouble for other stuff. Now, the reason why she says that she needs the money to do this. She needs money to do this because she can't build the suit without money. Because she doesn't have the resources, the billions of dollars that Tony Stark had to build his suit. But here's part of the problem with that. The whole premise on this is wrong. Because if you watched the original Iron Man, he built that suit in a cave with just not all that good of material. He didn't spend billions, he didn't have billions of dollars worth of shit to do it with. And he built his suit and did it. So, and then Obadiah Stane, who had, all the money and resources plus, access to Stark's plans, couldn't do it. So it's not really a factor of money. And that's part of the issues. They don't seem to be paying attention to their own lore, and it's kind of a writing issue. Okay, and that is not the only writing issue that there is. Riri is a very and most of the other people in this show, just a very basic, kind of unpleasant person. You know, she's selfish, spoiled. You know, no matter how smart she's supposed to be, she is doing this just because she can. That is, you know, and she has, you know, there's really no growth in this character because you know, say like Tony Stark. You know, he was just, you know, he was kind of a spoiled asshole, but his getting kidnapped and all that, and what happened to him, changed his attitude to where he took his life in another direction and started to become a better person. It was a slower process, but you know, he did it. With her, you know, she built this original piece of armor, got it taken away, and she seems just like, oh, it's all about me. You know, it's, you know, it was taken away from me. I need to get it back. So she starts becoming an even worse person and stealing and cheating and basically becoming working with a bunch of criminals to try and achieve her goals, which isn't very superheroic. And then, you know, you have the bad guys who they're the same way. They are just basic, what do you call it? Cliche bad guys. They're you know in it for the power, the money. Okay, why? What is motivating? Why are they? What made them want to do this? But it doesn't really explain. There's a kind of a feeble attempt for the main one to do this, but it's never really explained. And again, there's no growth in these characters. And at one point, you actually have a conversation between Riri and the kind of supposed love interest that I'm not sure if he's supposed to be the love interest or not. Her best friend's older brother, where she asks the older brother, am I a good person? And he says, good, evil, what's the difference? Yeah, see, that's the problem. There is a difference, and you know that it seems to be that, you know, if that is the attitude of the good guys in this, there is no difference between good and evil, what's the point? You know, it's just, you know, be selfish, do everything for yourself. But that isn't going to make you the superhero that this character's supposed to be. And it just, everyone in this thing is just acting out of selfishness. And, you know, there's no reason to be interested, you know, to root for these people because they're just bad people. And it was kind of boring. So I just could not get myself to care what happened to any of the people in this show. I just, you know, it's the basic reasonings for stuff. Oh, it's these, you know, I want to get rich. I want to be like these people. Let's go after all these big horrible corporations. You know. Even though it's a show done by Disney, who charges you for a subscription service, but then still puts commercials on their thing every couple of minutes. But yeah, we can't get into that right now. Yeah, it's just the basic. Oh, let's go after the rich, horrible companies, so we can try and become that way instead of actually working and improving ourselves. You know, it was. There was really no reason for them to change or do stuff in this, and it was bad. I can't understand why I allowed myself to watch this other than morbid curiosity, and they did sort of set it up for a season 2, but I don't think there will be, especially with the bad guy that they had in there. I don't want to, you know, I'm sure everyone knows who the bad guy in this was, but that's not, the bad guy for this was not suitable for Iron Man or Ironheart. Just like in the last Captain America movie, they had the Red Hulk as the bad guy. Okay, Captain America and the Red Hulk is not a Captain America bad guy. Okay, you have to have, you know, there's certain characters have certain villains. The villain of this one was not, as far as I know, a Iron Man or, you know, Ironheart villain. It's just they're cramming that in there to try and do the storylines that they're trying to push that nobody wants to watch anyway. So put that all together, and it was a crap fest, and I cannot recommend this. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Just say, unless you are a huge Riri Williams fan, don't bother. It's just, ugh. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth anything. So, let me know if you watched it, what you thought of it. Do you agree with me or not? Put it down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, possibly share, and most of all, try and enjoy your comic shows.